You ever just...
Hey everybody, this article is almost 10 years old. That Oxford scholar is now the head of theology and religion at Exeter University. That is Francesca Stavrakopoulou. She is a very good friend of mine and my dissertation supervisor. She's also 100% right. Asherah worship, recognition of Asherah as the consort or wife of Yahweh was 100% normative prior to the reign of Josiah, his campaign of cult centralization, and then the events of the exile. We have no text from the Hebrew Bible we can confidently date prior to Josiah that marginalize or vilify Asherah.
For those just catching up on this controversy, let me boil it down. Skeptics like Dan McClellan and Francesca Stavrakopoulou, they claim that Hebrew belief in Yahweh was simply a process of cultural evolution, not divine revelation. That Yahweh was already a god in the Canaanite pantheon, and that before the reforms of King Josiah, Yahweh had a wife, Asherah, making monotheism a later development in Israel's worship from their former poly or henotheism. The Hebrew scriptures, however, from the time of the patriarchs to Moses on Mount Sinai, right through the genealogy of kings, they tell the story of Yahweh's supernatural revelation as the only true God, but with Israel constantly falling back into idolatry and worshipping the Baals and Asherah. So the archaeological discovery of Asherah worship in Israel is exactly what you'd expect if you read the prophets. Israel's story isn't one of cultural evolution on belief in God, but idolatrous descent, a fall back into the polytheism of the pagan cultures around them. So no, Yahweh did not have a wife. And to prove cultural evolution, these skeptical scholars would have to show that the Torah and prophets were all invented after King Josiah's reign. And given Jesus' affirmation of the Shema and the oneness of Yahweh at the core of Jewish history, I'm sticking with the Bible on this one.